Coming to you live at the GAMA Trade Show at the Peppermill Resort and Casino in Reno, Nevada, Twist Gaming! Now take it away, Matt. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Matt with Twist Gaming. We're here at the GAMA Trade Show from Reno, Nevada, as the intro video said, and I'm joined with the one, the only, the Tony, Arcane Wonders. Tony, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great.
It's always a pleasure having you on, but first and foremost, how's Reno?
Reno is spectacular, as always, but the thing is like, I was just in Vegas last week for Best Star
So you're
West.
really feeling the Vegas light aspect of
So
Reno.
if my voice is more hoarse and low than usual, it's because I did karaoke, apparently, in Vegas.
Apparently.
No. That's what the rumors say.
I gotcha.
No. So yeah, no, it's definitely a blast to be here. We love as publishers just GAMA as a whole. Mm-hmm. It's a great show because you get to see all the retail customers. You get to talk about what you're doing wrong, how to make things better, and basically like it's really a great session because there's nothing quite like it in the board gaming world. So.
It is definitely a beast of its own right, for sure.
Yes, and so one thing that happens at GAMA that is a lot of new game releases and launches and stuff get announced within this time frame. And we're doing something a little bit different with Arcane Wonders this year, and we're actually announcing / previewing everything all the way up to Gen Con.
Oh.
So we're not going to talk about everything here, but we're going to show off a couple fun things here and also go through our new upcoming game, Air, Land, and Sea, which is coming out in May.
Perfect. So what you're saying is that there's a lot going on with Arcane Wonders, and you're not keeping any of it secret.
No, we're not. By the end of this show and into like next week and the week after, kind of depending on how many days of recovery I need before I get jumping back in on the social media side of things.
Right.
We're going to have new product pages for all the upcoming games up. We're going to have and slowly start building the media for them as well. So
perfect. So Air, Land, and Sea.
Okay, so Air, Land, and Sea. We're going to go to this.
To the board cam.
There we go. So Air, Land, and Sea, when you open it up, you'll know this is a small box game. It's going to retail for about $20.
Okay.
So what you're looking at here is cool little victory point tokens. The insert is actually themed to be like war newspaper clippings.
Oh, that's cool.
So like you get this little yoink there. So like basically you have a little stylized. We have different the 6 is actually yellow, so you know how well that goes.
Yeah, it's not a see-through coin.
Someday I'm going to have to actually not have yellow and green and
yeah.
But anyway, so the premise of the game is war.
Mm-hmm.
You are in battle with the opponent, and they are going to be fighting over the 3 different theaters:
Air, Land, and Sea.
So the game is a lane control type game. So like if you were to go, what's this like? It's one of those games that are like the old Battle Line or Lost Cities type thing, where you are playing cards into lanes, and you're playing the cards to control said lane, and then and basically in this game, if you control a lane, if you control 2 out of the 3, you actually get 6 victory points at the end of that round. Okay. You're playing to 12.
Oh, so that's pretty significant.
So it's significant.
Yeah.
So, however, the hook here with Air, Land, Sea is this. It's war. It's battle. You can strategically withdraw from the battle to fight another day to hopefully win the war later. So
lose the battle to win the war.
Yes. And there are 2 different cards here. They're Supreme Commander cards. And here's one of them for you. But basically, they say which player you are.
Okay.
So you shuffle these 2 cards, you deal them to each player. And the first player wins tied theaters, but there's this little table that says cards left in your hand points opponent scores if you withdrew. So the thing is this: those are the cards that you have in your hand when you withdraw. So you say, okay, I had 3 cards in my hand. I'm awarding you, instead of 6 for winning this battle, 3.
Oh.
And so the maximum number of turns in the game is somewhere between 2 to 5 turns you'll play in the game. So
what's the playtime on this?
About
then?
20 minutes.
Okay,
so
shorty.
we're not actually going to go through a whole game because I have some other things I want to do in my time here.
Ooh.
But I do want to just quickly go through like a round of play.
Sounds good to me.
So what's going to happen? It's going to be a little bit interesting trying to do this because I will be playing on this side of the board.
Okay.
And you will be playing on this one.
Okay.
But what's going to happen is we are going... I'll have the first player because it's right in front of me. We deal out 6 cards to each player. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. And there are 18 total cards, numbered 1 through 6 per theater.
Okay.
You can only play cards of the same color as the theater. So we can look at these ones.
Okay, so these are the existing
These are the ones
cards.
that we aren't using right now.
So, for example, here we got...
Yeah, so you'll note that like there's blue. Those can only be played in the sea.
Okay.
The green, the land cards can only be played...
This one's going to be real great here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Those can only be played in the land theater. And then the gray color is the air, and they can only be played in the air theater. But they can only be played that face up. If you know, the back of every single card has a 2 on it.
Yep.
So, a card can be played face down in any theater.
Okay.
So, you'll note that on some cards there are little special abilities. And I'm going to grab this from you. But there are 2 different types of abilities. One has an infinity symbol, and the other has a lightning bolt. And basically what that means is the infinity is this is consistent, a consistent ability. So like in that one, for example, it says you gain +3 strength in each adjacent theater.
Okay.
That means that adjacent theaters, you gain +3 strength.
Question for you.
Yes.
Is sea adjacent to land?
No.
Okay.
And what happens in between battles is this will actually rotate so that it changes how different cards interact with each other.
Gotcha.
But the lightning bolt ones happen when the card is played or when it's flipped up. And we'll get into the flipping here kind of as we play this little back and forth. So what's going to happen is we are going to just play through a little bit of a round. So I'm going to play my heavy bombers into air. This has no ability, but is a strength 6, which is the highest.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is get control 2 of the 3 by having a higher total value than me in those.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So then I can do something like airdrop here, and I'm going to play that on the air theater. But so this is an instantaneous. Well, what's the actual name for that? It's a.
It's just like an instant effect. I don't know
instant
what
effect.
it is.
Okay. So airdrop on
I
your
can look
next
at the
turn, you may
rules.
play a battle card to a non-matching theater. So that's something to keep in mind there. So, but I'm going to play that on top for air, and next turn I can play something that doesn't match.
Yes, they are called tactical abilities, and the lightning bolt means instant, and the infinity symbol means ongoing.
Okay.
That's the official terminology
So
from the rulebook.
that was my instant then.
Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to play this face down.
Okay. So what's the benefit of playing it face down?
So the benefit of playing it face down, and you'll see it next turn what I do.
Okay. You're okay. So because you're playing, I'm able to play things to non-matching theaters.
Correct.
What I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play my heavy tanks here into the air section. So that's a 6-pointer.
So what's
Flying tanks.
Yes, flying tanks.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen here is this card is going to go on top of it, which means that this card is covered. So no effect that flips will be able to flip this card. It will be able to flip the top card of the stack only.
Gotcha.
So, and here's where that starts coming in. So I'm going to not do what I wanted to do, and I'm going to instead play maneuver here in land, and it says flip a battle card in an adjacent theater.
Okay. Oh, that makes it only worth a 2.
So I'm going to flip your card.
Oh.
And then now I'm still winning this based on the current values.
Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and play Disrupt here. So your opponent chooses one of their battle cards to flip, and then I flip one of mine as
Correct.
well.
Yep. So I'm going to flip this up, which is containment, which says if either player plays a battle card face down, immediately discard that card.
Oh.
So it pretty much is we're contained. We cannot play a card from hand face down.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, so then I'm going to flip this one back over.
Yep. You're going to flip that one back over.
And I got my flying tanks back.
You have your flying tanks back. Yes, you do. So remember, though, if you ever feel that you're in a position now where you can't win,
Right.
you can withdraw.
Yeah,
You think you? Yeah,
I think I'm good.
Yeah, you
know.
think you're good. Yeah, but you are wrong.
Oh, no.
So I'm gonna throw down maneuver here and flip this guy over.
Oh, you messed up my strategy here. All right, so what happens if it's tied?
Okay, so if it's tied, it says right on the top of the player.
Oh, yeah,
card,
okay,
First
that's right.
player wins tied theaters.
Set
So
that.
I am first player because I'm special. But you have the benefit of having seen my first card being played.
Very true.
Yes, and be able to react to it.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play blockade here. Oh, no, I'm not going to play that. That doesn't make sense.
Because that might hurt you, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
then no one will be able to place here and I win.
Right. Oh, darn. So... when I play a card face down, it could go into any battle theater. Not necessarily one
Yes,
that matches.
but I'm containing it, so you can't because it will be discarded.
Oh, no.
See,
Tony.
so like that's the
You've
thing.
played this before.
Had that not been there, you could put card face down into any theater you wanted.
Okay.
Yes.
And these are color matching. This kind of messes me up. Okay. So I guess I'm going to... Nothing really helps me here. I guess I'm going to play this one here, the Super Battleship.
Okay, so you got a super battleship going. Okay. I'm going to play cover fire right here.
Okay.
All battle cards covered by this card are now strength 4. So that theater is now an 8.
Oh, no. Okay. So
I'm guessing at this point
yeah,
that you can't play anything into air.
I can't. So
Meaning
I
that-
should retreat there.
You should retreat.
Yeah. So
Because the thing is this. I'm guessing you can't boost this by 6.
no.
Because you already placed heavy tanks. So I'm guessing also that based on the number of cards that are in play and that we've seen so far, that there's probably a good chance that you have C cards. Because you have to take into consideration there are only 6 cards of each type
Yeah.
in the game.
Oh, yeah.
So you can, yes, there are 6 cards here that we don't know what they are, but based on how the other person's playing, based on what you've seen played, you can kind of say, I know what's left, and then go, you know what? If he had that, he would have played that immediately. And kind of go into a back and forth. Once you know the game more, it even increases the strategy of the tactics
So
even further.
if I think you're going to win here, I should run away.
Yes, and what would happen then is you have
two cards left in my hand.
So you would award me with 4 victory points
Instead of 6, though.
Instead of 6.
Okay, I could live with that.
So you would withdraw. What would happen at this point in time is all the cards would go back and be shuffled.
Oh, so that ends the entire skirmish.
That
there.
entire skirmish.
Interesting.
So what happens here is we would switch first player and second player cards.
Okay.
The theaters would adjust, so it changes the adjacency of which is adjacent to which.
Right.
And then we'd shuffle this, deal out 6 more cards, and we'd play until someone has 12.
Gotcha.
So that is how that is Air, Land, and Sea.
That's very straightforward.
Plays about 20 minutes.
That's a
and
lot
it's
thinkier
very
than-
thinky.
Yeah.
So basically, when we went into this, a lot of people said, "Well, why did you keep a war theme on this?" Like, I mean, Arcane Wonders does very introductory type games, very low to mid level, like depth, pretty easy to jump into. And
Gateway
it's-
style.
Yeah, gateway style. So the thing is that like you're like, well, that's not Wargamer. Wargamers are much more crunchy, tactics-oriented strategy gamers.
Right.
So the thing is like it's like so theming it in that fashion. But the thing is that what we've been seeing a lot of is that there's enough meat in this game that and thinkiness and ways that you can like get good at the game.
That it still warrants.
It still warrants the fact that like people are gonna. Yes, it's a 20-minute filler type game for that crowd, but at the same time, it's also. It runs right into the whole. I can bring this out, play in 20 minutes, very easy, accessible. But at the same time, if you wanted it to go into a little more depth with it and strategy and think about it more, it's absolutely all there.
The strategy works thematically with it.
Yeah,
very cool.
No, but we've been having a lot of fun. Just the first time I showed it off, we had a trailer running for this earlier, kind of as a teaser on our social. But other than that. It's been this is the first time I actually have had it out playing it with the public was at Dice Tower West.
Really?
And then now here at GAMA, I'm going to be showing it off all week. So
very cool.
Yeah, so
Air, Land, and Sea
is Air, Land, and Sea.
When can we expect to Air, Land, and See this one on store shelves?
It will be May.
Okay.
Probably the second week of May will be on store shelves. It's going direct to retail stores. It's not going on Kickstarter or anything. And will be a $20 price point. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So you said a little bit earlier that you had some other stuff for us.
Yeah. So
and now you color me intrigued.
This is GAMA, so it's kind of crazy. So
very crazy.
I have these packages that I got, so I'm just gonna open them here.
Okay, cool.
Because I really don't know what they are.
It's from Shapeways, though.
Yeah,
so
this
I'm
one's from
excited.
Shapeways, so this one's an interesting one.
Is this the limited edition figure for that expansion we've been trying to get you to make?
This is not Tony Tama. There is no Tony Tama. We're gonna stop.
It's gonna happen one day.
Okay, so what's actually in here are Shapeway models.
Bubble wrap
for a different game that we're going to be showing off. This is kind of exciting. And this is, I think, a hand or something. So that's not the most... Yeah, it's literally a hand.
Oh, that's really
tiny
small.
little hand.
Okay.
So
I'm not going to take this out of the bag.
Actually, yeah.
I'm immediately going to lose it if I do.
That's not the exciting part. But that guy's got some pretty cool stuff.
Ooh, so what's this
So we
for?
have a game that is being announced this week that has miniatures, and these are more in-depth miniatures than we've actually done in the past. So we actually have like 3D models and stuff made, and not just like that's the other hand.
You're so fancy, Tony.
Oh, so that's actually the only figure that came in this package. That's kind of a bummer.
Go figure.
It's coming in 2 different shipments, I guess. But there's his sword, so basically it's
Ooh. Oh, that's swanky.
that's that. So
Wait, so why are there 2 other hands if he's
because that's a different characters.
Oh, okay.
So I was hoping that some of the other more monstrous villains were going to be shown, but this is the Death Knight where he's a skeletal figure that's holding a sword, and we're going to have more pictures and things coming up on that. This is, I believe, something right along the lines with the same game. So if you didn't know, so we have to prototype the games that are coming out farther in the future because they're not manufactured quite yet. So
you got to make sure it works.
You have to make sure it works. Actually, this might have a preview of something that I'm actually not even previewing here at GAMA.
Ooh, sneak peek.
So
preview.
it might be a sneak peek of something that's in the little bit more far future.
How far are we talking here?
Next year.
Oh, really?
Far.
It's
Yeah.
only March, so that's a little
like-
ways away.
like this one. Yeah, this definitely has that. So this one has a couple different things. It has some prototypes that are being for a game that are being play tested.
There's a lot of stuff in that box.
Yeah, so I have 4 different sets of this game that is being play tested. So
Okay.
basically, I have it being play tested with this so that we can do that. But I will give you a little sneak peek at some of the artwork because you can't actually see
I mean, it looks pretty.
anything. So you can we've kind of shared a little bit of this stuff on social, but this is a game that I actually designed.
Ooh.
With college buddy Joshua Sprung. We also designed we designed Yashima that's published by Greenbrier Games, Julie's company, a couple years back. So, but this is the art styles of our talented art director Stephen Gibson, and these are some of the actual, if not finished.
That one was based off of you, right, Tony?
No, that's actually based off of one of the Hook pirates. Pirates of Captain Hook's crew, where it's he's tattooed from every inch of his body is what it says in the book.
Oh,
so
all right, and then a pretty little kitty.
Yeah, so that's like the preview of that.
Now,
these are actually cards.
We've only got a few minutes left. I don't mean to rush you.
No, I know. These are the cards from the game that we just showed a miniature of. Here's the skeletal guy, and this is
that's really cool art.
This is the hands of this is whose hands you saw.
Oh, okay. So those were her hands.
Yes.
Sneak peek at her hands.
Some of the different villains and stuff coming out there, and we will have much more information and stuff coming out of what these games actually play like and what they do. But
it looks swanky.
But these are just. I thought it would be fun just to open up all my boxes here because I had them and I didn't really know what was going on. So. Hey, I have more to talk about than just one game.
Of course.
No. But yeah, no, thank you for having me on.
Much appreciated.
It's always a good time.
Always good seeing you, Tony.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
And thank all of you for watching at home. We're going to be tuning back in just a few moments with more coverage here from GAMA 2019. But for now, I'm Matt. Have a good one.
Tony.